What's up, you guys? It's me. It's me. It's the ALE Double X Prince, and I am here with a new series that I plan to keep over the summer, but I have to do it. I'm gonna do it. It's called WNW, the Wednesday Night Wars. Now, back in the day, I always used to talk about Lucha Underground and NXT back to back, so I decided to bring that back. And since I'm bringing everything back, let's bring this bad boy back, the World Heavyweight Championship, to its rightful owner, the Double X Prince. And I'm here to review both NXT and Lucha Underground. And I'll start off with NXT. Heavy Machinery defeated Lars Sullivan and Victor Andrews in a kind of a squash, basically a squash match. Now, Heavy Machinery looks like they're going to take on the Authors of Pain at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. I'm excited for that. And Lars Sullivan, I guess he's going to get a big push after taking his anger on Victor Andrews, or the other way around. But it's time to see some changes around here. We're getting pushes to the max. Everybody is getting a big push in NXT, and I'm loving it because they're all doing their own thing. And next up, Roderick Strong talks about him not being the NXT champion. He feels like he deserves it. He's worked his ass off because without the NXT championship, he won't really be known as anything. And then Bobby Roode cut the best promo I've seen him do in NXT so far. Bobby Roode's impressing me. He's easily the top heel in wrestling at this point, because even like he's like a heel that you love to hate, and I love Bobby Roode for that. He just feels like a champion. He just feels legit. Like, oh, that makes me want to cry. But guess what? You know what? You don't just get shots by crying. You fucking earn them and shit. And you know what? You have impressed me. I mean, you did beat a couple guys, but that's about it. I mean, Bobby Roode knows how to cut a promo, and it just leads me to the question: who is gonna beat Bobby Roode? I mean, I actually want to see him hold it all until the end of the year and hopefully beat the Finn Balor's record of being the longest running NXT champion. Because honestly, Bobby Roode deserves it, and that will give him an even bigger heel push. And honestly, it just gives you an idea of question of who's gonna beat him. And the real question is who is gonna fight Bobby Roode at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3. I mean, Roderick Strong, he's already feuding with Roderick Strong. Hideo Itami wants that push. Cassius Ohno might take it away from him. Drew McIntyre is getting a big push, and the undefeated Aleister Black. Those are 5 guys that they're pushing, and you're still curious who the hell is gonna fight who. So Bobby Roode just doing a great job. I love it. It's just being amazing. Peyton Rose defeated Sarah Logan. Now, Billie Kay and Peyton Rose are 2 girls I never liked, but now I'm getting the gist of it. I think they're really good now. I mean, granted, their promos are still kind of annoying, but hopefully they improve them. Next match, Hideo Itami versus Oni Lorcan. This ended up to be a no contest because the match was pretty solid for the most part. It was a pretty stiff match, but Hideo Itami hits the GTS on Oni Lorcan. He picks him up, hits another GTS. He keeps picking him up to hit GTS to the point that he can't take it no more. Hideo Itami, I don't know if he's turning heel or he's turning bad. You know, they're just doing something with him, which is great. Because there were rumors of Hideo Itami possibly leaving WWE for good. But no, he actually they actually had an interview with him earlier this morning, talking about how he didn't just leave Japan just to come back and be a failure. No, I'm gonna stay and work my way back up. It's just one loss, and then he just takes his anger on Oni Lorcan, and then Cassius Ohno stops him. And you know, I'm digging this feud, Cassius Ohno, Hideo Itami, or should I say Chris Hero versus Kenta? Yes. So woo, I'm excited for that. And then the night ends with Killian Dane beating No Way Jose. And I like Killian Dane a lot more than I like Eric Young. Killian Dane actually feels like a badass. He could do shit on his own. And No Way Jose and, you know, Killian Dane and No Way Jose, they did their best that they could. But, you know, Sanity, I'm getting a little bit hang of them. They're definitely, I like them a little bit more than the Wyatt family, to be honest, because They all feel like their own man. Like Alexander Wolf, Killian Dane, and Eric Young all feel like their own people. Even Nikki Cross, she's um, doing her own thing. And next week we're gonna get first of all, Drew McIntyre is coming back in action because he ain't done shit in a while, and we're having the rematch from NXT Takeover Chicago with Asuka, Nikki Cross, and Ruby Riott. This time in an elimination match, which is awesome. And I guess the winner here will take on Ember Moon. So I'm pretty sure Asuka's gonna win, and I'm pretty sure this match could be better than the previous one. So hopefully. So NXT, good job. They did a pretty good job setting up their show and just telling good stories. Now, this next show I'm gonna talk about is just being Lucha Underground kicked off exactly how we ended last week with Johnny Mundo and the Mac finishing off their storyline. And I mean, it wasn't as great because we just saw kind of the same match last week. Taya cost Johnny Mundo. Cost the Mac to win. So Johnny Mundo still your Lucha Underground champion, but the Mac probably could get in the rematch sometime soon. This next thing is the Dario Cuero segment. I think I want to save this one for last. So I'll just skip that for now. So the next match that happened was what's it called? The Reptile Tribe, meaning Cobra Moon, Vibora, and Pindar, beating Aerostar, Phoenix, and I guess Drago. Yes, Drago switches sides in this match, and now the new Lucha Underground Trios champions are Vibora, Pindar, and Drago. So Drago's officially turned heel, or I guess he's just kind of working it. I'm pretty sure he's pulling off the Randy Orton storyline where they're just gonna save that for later, the Randy Orton storyline. So there's that. It's kind of like that. I'm pretty sure it's gonna end up being Cobra Moon versus Drago sometime in the future, which take it or leave it, I guess. I'm wondering where this goes. So I'm actually pretty excited. It looks like a clusterfuck, but it's actually pretty good. And the main event was Prince Puma versus Mil Muertes in a Boyle Heights match. Boyle Heights street fight. This was a damn good match. Easily the best match out of both shows, NXT and Lucha Underground. Prince Puma just killed it with Mil Muertes. They had a really good match. I hope this is their last match for a while. I feel like they could just take a break from having these matches. And, this is cool. My favorite spot of this whole match was the 450 Van Terminator. Basically, Prince Mil Muertes is hanging and he has a trash can on his side. Prince Puma does a 450, but it looks like a Van Terminator. That's never been done. I respect it. Ricochet is just killing it in the ring. I mean, he's just pulling off moves out of nowhere. I mean, easily Ricochet, Will Ospreay, and Marty Scurll are three guys that you definitely got to look out for when it comes to wrestling. But yeah, Prince Puma won, and then next week I want to get to the main topic of this entire thing. Honestly, 2017, whether you like the year or not, when it comes to professional wrestling, this is going to be the year of tournaments. We got the Mae Young Classic coming up. We just finished the New Japan World Cup. G1 Climax tournament is coming soon. The 100-man tournament, from what I've heard, is coming up. The WCPW tournament, I guess, is going on as we speak, I believe. And now we got the Dario Cup. The Dario Cup. So basically, Maria Santos comes with a trophy, and Dario Cueto's like, "Look at that beauty!" And he just takes the trophy, just showing how cocky Dario Cueto is. And I guess it's gonna be like 32 men. I don't know how this is gonna work, but basically it's gonna be Dario Cueto, the Dario Cueto World Cup. So the winner of this match will fight the Lucha Underground champion at Ultima Lucha 3. Notice how I didn't say Lucha. Notice I didn't say winner will fight Johnny Mundo at Ultima Lucha 3, because he will be putting his championship on the line against Rey Mysterio. Why would they choose Rey Mysterio? Pretty simple. Rey Mysterio embarrassed Matanza Cuero. Dario Cueto was ashamed of Matanza Cuero looking like a fool. So he's like, you know what? Rey Mysterio, he's actually a pretty tough guy. He's gonna take on Johnny Mundo, and these guys have had great matches in the WWE back in 2009. They had a fantastic match. Now, seeing that Johnny Mundo does play a coward chicken shit heel, I don't know how this match is gonna work out. Hopefully, it works out pretty good. Honestly, if I were Lucha Underground, I would just make it a steel cage match, but then again, you can't see the 619 like that. But I'm excited to see Johnny Mundo Rey Mysterio fight once again. I've been waiting for this rematch for fucking years. And yeah, Johnny Mundo had to train even harder. He's like, there's no time for getting dressed. It's time to just go to the dojo and train like crazy because Rey Mysterio is the guy not to fuck with. And I like that Johnny Mundo pulled that story off. And speaking of Rey Mysterio, he actually opened up the show when Prince Puma was looking at himself in the mirror. And, he's about to punch the mirror, but Rey Mysterio's like, you're not acting like yourself. Honestly, I would stay away from Vampiro. He's bad. I've worked with him in the past. He's not a good guy. And Prince Puma goes, well, neither are you. And then he just left. So I'm guessing this turned to... I like what they're going with this because now with this storyline, it makes Lucha on the match between Mundo and Mysterio unpredictable, which I enjoy. And it might give you the chance that Prince Puma might actually end up winning the Dario Cup. That might actually happen. If not, the cup is going to go to maybe someone new. Possibly Jeremiah Crane down the line. I'm curious for that. I don't see Mil Muertes being part of this tournament after this beatdown. I feel like Mil Muertes should just take a break and then maybe come back in season 4, honestly. But I'm just curious who could win. I mean... Honestly, here are my top 5 candidates to win the Dario Cup. First of all, Prince Puma because of what I just said. Sexy Star, she might get a rematch if she's in the tournament. Angelico, because he has some beef going on with Johnny Mundo. Son of Havoc for helping out the Mac that one time. And plus, he was supposed to fight the Lucha Underground champion at Ultima Lucha 3, but sadly lost that contract to... fucking Dagner Wagner Jr. And the 5th guy I see winning is Cage. The man they call Cage because he's a fucking machine and he has the God's glove or something. So we got some pretty good candidates to see who could win the Dario Cup. So I'm excited to see the cup. So the year of cups, tournaments, whatever you want to call it, 2017 will be going down as a year of tournaments all around the world. So I'm excited for it. It starts next week. NXT, we're getting the Triple Threat rematch, only elimination style, when it'll take on Ember Moon and Brooklyn 3. And of course, Drew McIntyre is great as always. So thank you guys for being part of WNW. The Wednesday Night Wars. Anyways, it's me, the ALE Double X Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until then, I'm out.